Certainly be an exciting time if you like to decorate your home, but for one man in Lexington, he likes to take his decor to the next level. This year, he says the yearly ritual has a deeper meaning to him than most. WKYT's Alyssa Williams stopping by at his home to see that full display.
For Lexington farm owner Ralph Colville, decorating for Christmas is something serious.
I don't know any other way, this feels right to me.
It's a job not taken lightly. The retired art teacher's home features not just one or two, but 7 Christmas trees, each with their own theme. His home now a staple for holiday gatherings with friends.
I think sometimes when they walk through the door when it's decorated like this, the first expression is, "Oh my God, how do you do all this? And where do you keep all this between seasons?"
Although Colville's decor sparks joy for those who walk through the doors, the light is just a little dimmer. He tells me it's just not the same without the touch of magic from his wife, Muneen.
She had a long, fierce fight battling cancer.
She lost that battle in 2016. Colville says this love for Christmas decor began with her.
We both appreciated the holidays. We had a lot of ornaments that we had made that had been passed down from our mothers and grandmothers, and it just sort of evolved from our very first tree, the first year we were married, until 6 or 7 trees in the house.
Through hardships and even some health issues of his own, he says he's thought about keeping the display simpler, even for a few Christmases. But each time, the urge to deck the halls always finds a way to shine through.
I always give in and do it. It's a good way of remembering. I guess part of it's just sort of keeping that dreamlike magic quality in your heart.
In Lexington, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
Certainly no such thing as too much joy. Colville says he's always kept those decorations up until after the new year, but now he's going to make sure to keep all the trees up until after January 12th, which is his wife's birthday.